this lecture, we are going to learn about smoke. Student may follow the lecture note through link. Prerequisite for learning. The student must know the primary pollutant and the secondary pollutant. Primary pollutants are those pollutants that are directly emitted from the source. Sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, volatile organic compounds, carbon monoxide, and lead. Secondary pollutants are formed from chemical transformation in the atmosphere. The pollutants that are emitted in the atmosphere, that is the primary pollutant, when they react together, they form secondary pollutants. Examples: ozone, H2O2, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, nitrate and sulfate particles. Here you can see these are the primary pollutants and coming from various sources. So NO, VOCs, carbon dioxide, NO2, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. These are the primary pollutants. When these primary pollutants undergo chemical transformation, they produce secondary pollutants. For example, nitric acid is secondary pollutant, H2O2, ozone, nitrate and sulfate particles. These are the secondary pollutants. Smoke is a mixture of fog and smoke. There are two types of smoke. One is classical or industrial smoke and second is photochemical smoke. Classical or industrial smoke is produced by the combustion of or burning of fossil fuels like coal, petrol, gasoline, and caused by mixture of smoke and sulfur dioxide. Therefore, the classical smoke is mainly consisting of smoke plus sulfur dioxide. Therefore, it is also called sulfurous smoke. Classical smoke is also known as London smoke because this was first time seen in the London, where there was a diminished visibility for long time. So this smoke is also known as London smoke. The nature of this smoke is reducing because in this smoke sulfur dioxide is produced. When sulfur dioxide is oxidized, it will reduce other pollutant. Therefore, the nature of classical smoke is reducing. You might have observed during winter season that there is diminished visibility. So this kind of smoke is most prevalent during the winter season. Therefore, it is also known as winter smoke. As I have said, the major constituents of the classical smoke is fog and sulfur dioxide. Characteristically, this smoke occurs both during day and night. Taken of London smoke where you can observe diminished visibility. Sometimes smoke can be associated with acid rain. So let us imagine that there is a lot of buildup of sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen in the atmosphere, and during the same time there is a precipitation that will result in the formation of nitric acid and sulfuric acid. They will precipitate, and this is called acid rain. Acid rain is harmful to aquatic ecosystem It is also harmful to the terrestrial plants and animals. There can be another situation that is called dry deposition of acidifying substances. So, if in the atmosphere there is a buildup of sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen, but there is no precipitation, in that case, the sulfate and nitrate particles will sediment on the surface, and this way there is a clearing of atmosphere. This is known as dry deposition of acidifying substances. The another type of the smoke is photochemical smoke, which is produced when ultraviolet light from the sun reacts with oxides of nitrogen and volatile organic compounds in the atmosphere. For formation of photochemical ozone, there is a requirement of ultraviolet light, and there is also requirement of oxides of nitrogen and volatile organic compounds. So these primary pollutants, in the presence of sunlight, NOx and volatile organic compound, they undergo a transformation producing secondary pollutant that result in the formation of photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke is also known as Los Angeles smoke, and this is the diagram of Los Angeles smoke, where you can see pale brown smoke formation. As we have been discussing that the classical smoke is formed in winter season, the photochemical smoke is formed during summer season. The nature of photochemical smoke is oxidizing instead of reducing. It is oxidizing because of presence of ozone, and for photochemical smoke formation, bright sunlight is required. The major constituents of photochemical smoke are active hydrocarbons, ozone, pan, peroxyacetyl nitrate, and NOx. This smoke is more severe during morning and afternoon. To recapitulate, let us learn about difference between classical or sulfurous smoke and photochemical smoke. As I have told, the classical smoke is named as winter smoke, London smoke, sulfurous smoke, grey smoke, and reducing smoke. Photochemical smoke is known as summer smoke because it is most prevalent in bright sunshine. This was first seen in Los Angeles, so it is also known as Los Angeles smoke. The color is yellow brown and the nature is oxidizing. The main component of classical smoke is sulfur dioxide and fog. The main constituent of photochemical smoke are ozone. Ozone is an important constituent of photochemical ozone. Volatile organic compounds, NOx, PAN, and aldehyde. As I have told you, this is the classical smoke is reducing in nature, whereas photochemical smoke is oxidizing in nature. We have seen that during photochemical smoke there is a formation of ozone. You may find the formation of ozone at two places, one in the stratosphere and other in the troposphere. The photochemical smoke formation is related with the ground level pollution, that is the tropospheric ozone. So near the Earth's surface in the troposphere, due to pollution activity, there is a formation of a special kind of smoke that is known as photochemical smoke. During that process, a very important compound, very reactive compound, ozone is formed. Let us try to understand some of the properties of ozone. Ozone is a very strong oxidant. Ozone imparts greenhouse effect. So ozone is a greenhouse gas because it absorbs infrared radiation. It also capable of absorbing UV radiation. The ozone in the troposphere is a bad ozone, and it may cause various sort of mutation. Tropospheric ozone lifetime. In the troposphere, the lifetime of ozone is from hours to days. So, whereas the stratospheric ozone lifetime is in years. In the stratosphere, there is a problem of ozone depletion. In the troposphere, due to tropospheric ozone, there is a problem of photochemical smoke formation. What are the sources of photochemical smoke? Sources of photochemical smoke, they can be biogenic. That means natural source of photochemical smoke formation. Burning of wood, lightning, and microbial process, they all generate oxides of nitrogen. And we know that these oxides of nitrogen produces ozone in the troposphere, which reacts with the volatile organic compound to form photochemical smoke. Volatile organic compounds are produced from evaporation of naturally occurring compounds such as terpenes. So, eucalyptus oil is one of the source of terpene. Volatile organic compounds are evaporated from eucalypt oil. Let us talk about anthropogenic sources, man-made sources of photochemical smoke. The main cause of photochemical smoke, man-made causes of photochemical smoke, is due to automobile exhaust. So, in automobile exhaust, uh, air is taken and nitrogen is also taken. They burn to form oxides of nitrogen, which in troposphere, when emitted through the automobile exhaust, they are responsible for tropospheric ozone formation, which leads to photochemical smoke. Incomplete combustion, that generates lot of volatile organic compounds in the atmosphere. So formation of ozone and formation of volatile organic compounds, they react together to form photochemical smoke. Let us once again see how tropospheric ozone is formed. As I have told you in very beginning that in the troposphere, that is ozone is formed, that ozone is known as bad ozone. It is formed from three things. One is volatile organic compounds. Second thing that is needed is oxides of nitrogen, and in sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, VOCs and NOx react to form ozone. So what sort of this reaction is? As we know, VOCs and NOx, they are primary pollutant. So there is transformation of primary pollutant into secondary pollutant, generating the ozone, PAN and aldehyde. This is the important component of photochemical smoke. The nutshell effect of the reaction is formation of a brown haze that is known as photochemical smoke, which is very much common in bright sunny days during morning, and we will be learning the chemistry of photochemical smoke formation in the next lecture. Here let us see how this photochemical smoke is formed. So you require NOx and sunlight, where NOx is split into NO and O, O plus O2 that form ozone. Ozone reacts with the volatile organic compounds to form aldehyde, and the aldehyde reacts with NO2 and oxygen to form PAN. So the important components of photochemical smoke in nutshell are PAN, aldehydes and ozone, NOx. So the main important components are ozone, NOx, aldehyde and PAN.